today on Car Tracks, and you join us at probably one of my favourite events of the year. We are at the Loton Park Hillclimb for the VSCC event. As we are talking, there is a beautiful old pre-war Bentley just rolling over there, and here is a gorgeous Frazer Nash Super Sports. I really love seeing these vintage cars getting ragged up this hill. It's a great course, great filming, so it should be a brilliant video coming towards you guys. Lots of the cars here will be from the 20s, like I presume. This old Frazer Nash, this is most likely a 4-cylinder car, unsupercharged. There will be a few quite tasty supercharged cars, should be a Bugatti, and my sort of favourite old car, the Cognac, with the straight 6.0. Many good sounds, but I think first of all, after we behold this beautiful old Frazer Nash, let's have a little look at the paddock down there to see what will be going up the hill today. And predictably, on our way to the paddock, we've got distracted by this gorgeous old pre-war Alvis. This is a 1933 car. It's a Firefly special. This is the sort of thing we'll be seeing, one of the large engine cars, just over 3.5 litres, big old 6-cylinder engine. That will sound absolutely fantastic. So that's just a little insight. We'll be seeing plenty of that sort of thing here today at VSCC Loton Park. Here are some of the pre-war sports cars we'll be seeing going up the hill in a short while. I really love the look of this beautiful old MG. Many Riley Sprites and similar bodied specials. Vauxhall 3098s, there's a Wolseley special here. Another 6-cylinder car there. There really are going to be so many fantastic sounding cars here today. Really like that Frazer Nash BMW as well, just all the way over there. That's another, a bit of a left field choice, but a lovely sounding car. Here's a fascinating little find, an S6 Motors car from the 20s. I don't see many of these at all. I've seen one other car which went to a classic car show, but never a hill climb prep one. I believe Detroit was also where the old Dodges were made. Just behind me is a very early Dodge. You can see, someone asked me recently, these little bands on the front here to get that extra little bit of time just over the line. Just next to that is a gorgeous old Hudson saloon, 4-seat saloon here, also made in Detroit. Both gorgeous cars. Really love the look of these. Here's a stunning old Riley. Some of these may well be period racing cars, some of them converted from saloon cars. Many of these pre-war Rileys having a pre-selected gearbox, you can see it here. And all nice and very oily under there as well. Love the sort of bare bones dashboard, machine dashboard sometimes you see on these pre-war cars. And here is the Dodge. This is very similar at the front to the likes of our 24 Dodge Saloon, which is a road going car. This bit's the same, but the rest of it is a different body, probably a very similar engine, but this one's probably quite a bit faster. That's a great find. Another huge old 4-cylinder, really torquey engine. That's very early, I think that's late 1910s. I don't have the programme with me, unfortunately. As always, there will be plenty Frazer Nash content in this upcoming video. As one reverses, we've got a bit of a line-up here. Beautiful cars, aren't they? Chain driven at the back, a very distinctive feature of the Frazer-Nashes. That sounds very nice. That's a 4-cylinder car. There are a couple of 6-cylinder cars here somewhere, probably more down there. A couple of them warming up before the morning practice runs, sounding very lovely. Lovely old Humber here, you don't see many of these getting raced at all. As an intriguing Jaguar replica goes past. Never seen anything like that before. If anyone knows anything about that, it's B-Reg, please let me know. Beautiful old Bentley as well. Parking up just behind the Delage. Let's have a look along here. Riley. I think the Austin 7s are among the first cars to go out, the under 750cc class. This Austin 7 is lovely with the little SO petrol can cap on the top of the rad there. This Riley is absolutely stunning as well, perhaps a Sprite or a Brooklands, I don't know. Little 4-cylinder brass radiator. Lovely indeed, twin SUs. What a beautiful car that is. And then a selection of more Austin 7 specials. A few Rileys here going out. These are lovely, aren't they? Many pre-selector again. That looks like this one has a 4-speed crush box in there. No synchromesh, of course, in these. Double declutching required on downshifts and maybe upshifts. I don't know. There's 2 strategies: double declutch or just be slow. That's another very lovely brass radiator car. These all look beautiful together, don't they? On the grass as well, very period correct. Nothing has changed here at the Loton Park Hillclimb over the many years of its running. All going out in number order, of course. They're going out for their first practice runs soon, and then later on we'll be on the hill having a look at some of their competitive timed runs. Also an MG edging out now. That's a gorgeous little car, isn't it? Really love the look of that. Squeaky brakes. More Frazer-Nashes queuing to get out onto the hill. Another gorgeous old Riley. I believe this one is a Sprite replica. Another pre-selector gearbox Riley here. Absolutely beautiful. Now here's an interesting car, also pre-selected. This is a pretty crazy car. You can see it revs to probably about, I don't know, 7,000 maybe. That's a lot. This is an extremely loud car. It's a 4-cylinder based on some form of pre-war Riley. That's a very loud car. Sounds good as well. Same can be said for that Alvis over there we saw earlier. There really are so many beautiful old racing cars and a few hill climb specials as well. Here is the Cognac car, very sort of historical car. It's got an AC 2-litre straight 6 in it, which sounds absolutely savage. Seen this car many times before, absolutely love it. There's the engine, 3 SU carburetors there. You can see the manual priming as well. Have to do that probably at a couple of points along the run. Absolutely stunning car there. Really love that. Just beyond that is a very racy looking Frazer Nash and a Bugatti Type 51. How incredible is that? Seen this one at Prescott as well a couple of times. Beautifully driven. A stunning car. Over here is another beautiful pre-war gem at the Loton Park Historic Hill Climb. This is an Alvis. Not sure exactly what it's based on. Believe it's a 6-cylinder car. So very lovely. Here's a gorgeous old Bentley as well. Really savage sounding car, those. And here's what I think is well, it's definitely a Ford based special. Is this the Ford? This is the Ford MP special from 1929. Beautiful old car this. I think it's a big 4-cylinder side valve engine in here. Absolutely lovely. Great oily rag condition in this one, isn't it? I like the look of that exhaust as well. Sounds really lovely, this car. Very sort of masculine, isn't it? As are all of the cars here. Absolutely stunning there. I like the bit ARC badge just on the radiator there. I quite fancy one of those myself, maybe one day. And another stunning old pre-war special, hill climb special. Little Cooper here. This is much later. This is probably 50s. Little 500cc motorbike engine, most likely there. Sort of thing Sterling Moss started his racing career in. Probably one of the quickest cars here today. Much lighter and far more agile than many of the sort of big 6-cylinder specials here today. As the Alvis in the background makes a very nice noise. Have to remember it is a working paddock area this. There's a Jap engine in here. On the end here is another fantastic old car. This is known as the GN Gypsy, I believe from 1925. It's got a Gypsy aero engine in it. Absolutely stunning car, really torquey. You can see on the revs there, red lines at 2,500 revs. That just says all the torque of an aero engine in a car. Absolutely incredible. Just look at that, the polished body just looks so lovely. Really love that car. If you come around the front, gorgeous little air intake at the front. Stunning car that, isn't it? Here's another beautiful old Bentley racing car, another very torqued, low revving car. Here are all the Austin 7s and Rileys going out for their first practice runs. Just a little 750cc engine in this one, but I'm sure it's been quite modified to withstand the brutal test of hill climbing. Here's another one of my favourites. This is known as the ACGN Beetle. Pretty sure from the 20s many of the cars here do have GN bits all in them, like GN chassis and front axles, rear axles. Some cars might have the Dion rear axles, but this is the ACGN Beetle, so mostly GN parts. You can just see the GN logo on the pedals down there, and then an AC engine in this one, a straight 6 AC engine. Absolutely stunning car and very quickly driven. A few more beautiful pre-war cars. Here's a Frazer Nash. This is a 6-cylinder car. Sounds absolutely glorious. And yet another Riley. Always a fantastic showing of those here. This is another straight manual car. No pre-selectors with this one. Great pattern of these things, isn't it? Another gorgeous little MG. And this is very tasty. This is a Talbot 105. This big old 6-cylinder, most likely based on a saloon at some point. What a beautiful car that is. Really torquey engine and a great sound from that 6-cylinder engine. Just beyond that, a pre-war Wolseley Hornet Special. Originally would have been a Hornet saloon car with a low capacity straight 6 engine, maybe a 1600 or a 2 litre. This one has had that body taken off and made into a bit of a racer, or like today, a hill climber. There's a supercharged Riley goes past. That's a very competitive car as well. Same can be said for these Wolseley Hornets. These go really well. Another great example of a pre-war special. And here's an interesting one that I haven't seen before, Morris Cowley. Never seen anything like this. Very large pair of twin SUs with huge intakes on the side there. Haven't seen this car before, so that's interesting to see. Here's another incredible little car. This is the Granny Special, motorbike engine up front. That lovely fuel tank. Extremely historic car at the likes of Prescott, Shelsley and Loton Park, of course. There you are, the Granny on the back there. So light and driven brilliantly. It truly is a bit of a Bitzer, homemade body I believe. And a really simple diff, always spins up the inside wheel when exiting slow corners like Triangle here at Loton. And it is beautifully driven. That's a great oily ragger. There's the Hardy Special over there, another gorgeous little car. Over here is a Morgan 3-wheeler. These are always very competitive. A couple of Austin 7 Specials. Unfortunately, the Granny's run has been stopped by the red flag, so he's coming down for another go. What an incredible car that is. Bit of a public vintage car parking section here. Got a gorgeous old Riley 4-seat Tourer from 1931. That is absolutely stunning, isn't it? And then a big old Austin. Maybe is this a 12? Perhaps? Is this a 12? Okay, nod from Dad. Austin 12, huge Tourer again. Great little Morgan Aero. Interesting, you see one of these in the paddock as well. Have motorbike tyres on them, which is of interest. And just beyond that is another Morgan Aero and a gorgeous little Salmson. These are a really rare left field choice. Really don't see many of them. Just look at the shape of that windscreen as well. What a pretty little car. But he's inbound. Let's have a little look at this Frazer-Nashes. This was a 6-cylinder car. Interesting how it hasn't got a central throttle, the conventional layout here. A brief perusal around the public car park always provides a few gems, one being this MGB GT Road Rally spec. And a great little Citroen 2CV there in front of the gorgeous view. Little MGTD looking very sharp in black. Another Citroen 2CV over there, a green one. Now here is a gorgeous old Jaguar. This is a Mark 1, I believe. How beautiful is that? Same body colour, chrome wires. Oh, that is absolutely perfect, isn't it? 2.4 straight 6 in this car. That is absolutely stunning. Mark 1 far rarer than the likes of the Mark 2. That is absolutely lovely. Smallest of the engines. Really like that. things are quieting down for the lunch break, and we can see the absolutely fantastic engine of this Frazer-Nash. It's either a V8 or a straight 8, might even be a straight 8. It was originally a Super Sports. Is that a straight 8, is it? Must be, mustn't it?
Many
yes,
leads.
many carburetors. Look, quadruple SUs on this. This sounds absolutely gorgeous. It's a shame we can't hear it opening up properly. But even just our little sample of the Loton Park VSCC Speed Hillclimb, it's an absolutely gorgeous car. With an equally gorgeous car, the Cognac special behind. Love that thing. That having 6 cylinders, and this Frazer-Nash rarely, never seen another one like this having 8 cylinders. Side pipes there, straight 8 burble coming out there. Straight 8's got to be one of the best engine configurations. Let's just have another look at that gorgeous engine. Just look at that. Absolutely stunning setup there. And the cars from its class are coming down now. Didn't sound like that Riley was running particularly well, with the GN Gypsy's running as well as ever, with its aero engine. Beyond the very raspy Bentley, here's the Type 35 Bugatti. That wasn't running quite right either earlier. And there's the Ford MP Special. That's a lovely car, that.
sounds excellent, and wheel spin and very sideways, fastest to the speed trap. A lot of soaring of pushing the tail out, it comes out of the gear and away. Not a happy goofer, as best as he would have liked.
But I think with that, that's just about our day done here at VSCC Loton Park of 2023. There have been so many gorgeous Rileys, MGs, Frazer-Nashes, those are always regulars, and a few more exotic cars like the gorgeous Cognac and Bugatti Type 51. So if you like this, please make sure to check out my previous year events and other hill climb videos. Plenty of vintage car content on the channel. Big slide from the Frazer Nash there. I reckon that's gone for fastest in class maybe. But please do check the channel homepage for similar content. Comment below what you liked. Share with your friends. If any drivers are watching this, please, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video. And I think with the next car that'll bellow its way down to this corner, I'll say goodbye.